Guys, good morning. It is December 4th and it's kind of cloudy and overcast today. As a matter of fact, it kind of looks like it's going to snow, but the temperature is 43 and it's supposed to get up to the 50s. So I do actually have some planting to do today. So let me show you what I'm looking at right now. So these are daffodil bulbs. I got them from Dutch Grown. I think I ordered from them before, but it's been quite some time. So I got Daffodil Apricot Twirl. I got 100 of them. And so, you know, I'm not going to fertilize them because they really don't need it, in my opinion. I'll fertilize them like early spring. The great thing about daffodils is that they're toxic. So that means I don't have to worry about squirrels or deer getting them, or any other animal for that matter. The one nice thing about the Dutch bulbs that I like is that look at this right here. It tells you it gets like 15 inches. Oh, excuse me. That's the size of the daffodil bulb, and as you can see, they're actually really sizable. And they get 14 to 16 inches height, and you plant them 6 to 8 inches deep, and you plant them 4 to 5 per square foot. So I'm going to get my coat on, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to plant these. And the other thing I'm planting today are the green Lotus peonies. They're starting to sprout in the bag. I mean, they'll be okay. Peonies like cold. Where I'm putting them, there's actually a lot of leaves down, so it'll give them a little bit of insulation. But yeah, I didn't think they were gonna sprout in the bag like that. But it just dawned on me, like, I don't think there was any holes in that bag to let out the moisture. And I put them in my breakfast room, and the breakfast room has windows, skylights, and then a bank of windows, and so I think all in all just acted like a greenhouse effect. So not really what I wanted, but they'll be okay. Well, at least I hope they'll be okay. So anyway, guys, let me get my shoes and stuff on and get out here because I want to get these planted because I'd like to get some more leaf shred today. We'll see. Okay, guys, so I'm outside. I've got the bulbs in place, and so I'm just going to dig holes where they are. This area is going to be jam-packed for next year. This is the only section I'm planting daffodils in this year. Mostly just because I don't want to grow the exact same type of daffodil everywhere. I'm going to put different color daffodils in each section. So apricot twirl is fine for this year. The other nice thing is that in my area, daffodils perennialize, so you know, actually, I have them spaced fairly close together, though it's not as close as you can space them, but over time they're going to naturalize. So come early spring, this is going to be really nice, and I should have some for cutting. So I'm going to set the camera up, but I'm going to go get my dog because he's upset that I left him in the house, and then I'm going to get all these planted. I'm using my auger, of course, so I don't know, maybe it should only take me like 30 to 45 minutes tops. And then I can go to something else. So I did put the peonies in the ground already, put a little bone meal, so they're all nicely tucked in. Once I finish this, I'm going to try to cut down some additional things. I need to set up a garbage can so I could put all the deleterious in there. And so that way, I usually with my perennials, I cut them down to maybe 3 or 4 inches above the ground because that's enough to protect the crown, but at least there'll be a lot more cleanup so I don't have to do as much next spring. So that's it. So let me go grab the dog and then we'll get right into it. Okay guys, so this is out of power, so let me go grab my corded drill, because there's a plug right there and there's already a cord out here, and that way I can knock out the rest of these. Okay guys, so I thought I'd show you a close-up on what I planted. I'm not really worried about the mulch because I have to remulch this because the mulch was actually pretty thin because it's already decomposed in the soil. But as you can see, I didn't do like 5 per square foot, but you know what? Which is fine. It's not like I was trying to pack it out because there's plants in here. But as you can tell from all the holes that I've dug, this is gonna look amazing come spring. This took a little bit longer than I thought because there were some things I had to watch out for. For example, the chrysanthemums, and I hope I didn't damage anything, but like this is the main root of this chrysanthemum. It's already sent up a shoot over here, and somewhere in here, like right here, it's sent runners over here. So this is, so despite the fact that this really didn't basically get very big this year because I didn't plant it until much later. There's a person passing my house. That's why Bumbershoe's barking. This is going to spread. It's going to spread out to at least here. So this is going to be nice and big for next year. And I noticed the other cheerleader chrysanthemums are doing that. I didn't notice so much growth from this one, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it. I'll give it a chance. That's Wind Dancer, by the way. And speaking of which, I need to go get some tags and to start tagging these plants so I don't forget. This right here is the lemon, Snapdragon. It's perennial. Those are so tiny, quite frankly, I didn't think they were going to survive. So they've actually put on a lot of growth. And so I'm going to rake this all smooth, get everything back covered up. And I'm good to go for the next year. So I'm going to start cutting some of the stuff back, but I wanted to show you guys a couple things because there's some things out here that are surprisingly winter hardy, frost hardy. So this right here is Scabiosa. This is like Black Knight. That's supposed to be an annual. I have no idea why this is still blooming like that. The other thing is there's some yarrow right there that didn't die in the frost. And then, see these green grassy things? That's the grenadine pink carnation. So I have no idea. I mean, it didn't bloom this year, which is fine, but it's not dying back. So that's a little, this is the first time I've grown it, so I didn't know what it was going to do. The other thing that's actually been doing surprisingly well is like back here. That's a Shasta Daisy. That's been getting, I put that in, it was really, really tiny. Really tiny. We're talking, a couple inches tall. And it's still getting bigger. Like, it's bigger now than it was obviously a couple months ago, but even though it's been cold, it's still been growing. The same thing with the foxglove. That's a foxglove. It's getting bigger. So I'm really confused here because some of this stuff should have died back already, and it's not. So, and you can see it most clearly over here. Oh, actually, this is a Blue and Breezy Flax. Once again, this I thought that was supposed to die down to the ground. It's not. I don't remember what that is. I think that might be a perennial blue scabiosa. But yeah, so right in here, these are foxgloves in the front. There's a combination of Shasta Daisies, but I think these are actually Rudbeckia, the Green Wizard Rudbeckia. And those holes right there, that's where I planted the peonies. The rose is still hasn't gone dormant yet. So it's kind of weird. The other thing, oh, there's another thing that hasn't died yet. Okay, so that's her bastion. This right here, I do believe are the straw flower heads. So they're sprouting. Once again, we've had freezing temperatures at night. Don't ask me how these things are still alive. That's a chrysanthemum, the silver and gold Pacific. It's looking really nice. So, yeah. So I'm gonna, and once again, this is yarrow. It's not, and that's hollyhock back there. So we've been getting a lot of freezing temperature. So I don't know why this stuff isn't dying back. Over here, this is Snapdragon, which is handling this frost like a champ. I'll be quite honest, I did not think the Snapdragon was going to do this at all. It's massive. There's two different types. I'm definitely going to cut it back though. But yeah, so I mean, I want to cut it back, but I'm also partially afraid because I don't want to damage it. But it's just kind of a weird, huge green spot of green. And there's the other type of Snapdragon over here. That one is definitely seems to be a lot more vigorous than this one. Because this one I do see a little bit of frost damage, but not too much. It's actually doing really well. So, I got nothing for you guys. I have no idea why this stuff is doing what it is. So let me go get my rake and get all this covered, and then I'm going to start cleaning up. So I'll check in with you guys later.